and how we can begin to resolve it.
Well, there's your genuine concerns, as you say, but you were there for 90 minutes. Now, Andy Street, who was mayor of the West Midlands for 7 years, heard those things and said that you're just flat wrong. He says that the area is integrated. He's a Conservative former Metro mayor as well. So why is he wrong and you right?
Well, look, I respect Andy, but I disagree with him on this issue. I do know the West Midlands well. I grew up down the road in Wolverhampton. I went to university in Birmingham, so I know the area well myself. And the concern I have in that community and in others across the country, because it's not just about one place. That was an example because I was speaking nearby, is that we're not living in a country which is as well integrated as...
Okay, you've used this word integrated as well as the one that I'm interested in.
May I just make this point, if I may? There are real dangers.
Go on.
There are real dangers. If we don't live in a well-integrated community, then this can lead to serious, serious challenges. Look, just the other day here in Manchester, we saw a man who had lived in this country for 30 years, but was clearly not integrated into our society, clearly did not share British values, committing an appalling terrorist attack by going to a synagogue and killing British Jews. That is at the extreme level where failures of integration lead. And that's why we've got to have a debate about this and not have it shut down whenever anyone puts their head above the parapet and talks about it publicly.
I do wonder what integrated means for you, and I wonder how you can judge that a person is integrated by the colour of their skin, being there for 90 minutes.
Well, look, I was very clear that it is not about the colour of your skin or the faith.
You didn't see any white faces, and that's what made you feel like it wasn't integrated.
The point that I was making is we want all people to be living side by side. We can't have particular communities in this country where there's a heavy preponderance of one group or another. We want people to be living in mixed communities, don't we? I mean, I don't know about you, but that's what I want to 100%. See in this country. That's the kind of country I want my kids to be growing up in.
Jenrick,
you know, there's huge strengths in that. But we mustn't have growing
some more points.
Communities where people are living essentially ghettoised lives.
Okay.
That is a bad place for our country to be in.
It is. And Robert Jenrick, you know that kind of language, I mean, you said you're putting your head above the parapet, but you'll know that kind of language does give support for groups on the far right that don't want to see brown and black people living in this country. You know that, don't you?
I tell you, no, I think that's an absolutely disgraceful and ridiculous comment. I tell you what gives rise to extremist views. With all due respect, it's journalists like yourself trying to shut down.
What did I do wrong?
Legitimate
I'm not shutting you down, Rob, but we've been talking
debate.
about it for at least 5 minutes.
It is because what you are implying is that you can't say comments like that. And if we live in a country where politicians or members of the public cannot debate whether there is due integration or not, then that does give fuel for extremists. That does give rise to the far right. So you must not take fair and reasonable comments and try and use them to shut down a debate that this country needs to have. We have been having this debate off and on for decades, and every time people try and raise these issues in a fair and reasonable way, with all due respect, journalists like you pop up and try and knock those people down. And that is the reason why we don't live in an integrated country.
It's not my opinion necessarily, is it? I mean,
why,
Robert, because it's also
the reason why
the mayor
terrorist attacks
of the West Midlands said, Andy
because
Street,
people are not stepping up and taking the action that's needed.